is a special episode. Yes, this is indeed a special episode of the How to Survive challenge. During the 10 days, we had some challenges in terms of internet connection, power supply with some of our speakers, our honorable guest speakers. And tonight, we have one of our honorable guest speakers who will be taking us through. Yes, he started the session during the 10 days, but unable to complete due to technical issue. And today he will continue on productizing information. It was a powerful session that I am sure that you would like to stay to the end of his presentation today. So join me in welcoming Mr. Abiodun Babalola. Mr. Abiodun Babalola, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate this, and it's so honored to come back again and continue where we stopped. I've never seen anyone who has never faced any challenge or hard time, like you rightly said, and then just like I've been following your life story ahead of your best day, it's so inspiring.
Thank
and
you.
That is one thing that successful people share. I've never seen a successful one who doesn't have the backstory of stuff like this. The story might not be the same. It might not be the same experience. It might be peculiar to that person. But there's always...
Oh, I think we lost the voice there. We can hear you now. The audio is...
We have experienced a lot of challenges along the line. And yet, if things don't say that because of this challenge, you don't want to continue. And I remember trying to also come up online, I think about 2 or 3 days ago, and then we still had a little challenge as a result of rain, and then we're discussing off camera that only here in this country that when it's raining, we have issues with internet, power, and the rest of it. But that should not stop us from doing what we are supposed to do, and that is the essence of anything that we do in life. Challenges will always come, but challenges should not stop us from whatever thing that we want to achieve, and that is the truth of the matter. So I'll go right straight into the presentation so that we don't have to wait any longer. And like I said, that in the last episode, I discussed how to protect your information. And I discussed extensively. In fact, I've discussed it for about 30 minutes or thereabouts before the network went off and they were able to return. And today now, I just want to also take us back to some of those things that I discussed earlier. And I want you to give me permission to be able to share my screen.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, I want to give me permission to be able to share my screen so that we can go.
All right, you can do that.
Okay, all right, sir. So now here we are going to be looking at something great as regard how to survive past time, and then using exactly what we have to survive past time. And then in today's economy, in today's world, we all know that the world is changing and it's changing very fast. And it is not how many times that we fall that matters, but how many times do we really rise after we are falling. And that is the essence of us coming back with this training. I will be surprised if Mr. Babalola didn't call me back to complete this training. I'll be surprised because I've seen him coming back over and over again over things. And this is just one thing that easily defines you coming back after the hard time. When the issue of network came up, I just thought like, that might be the end of this presentation, that might be the end of this training. and we not have to do it again. And then when he called me back and said, oh, we have to do it again. And then just like they come back to anything at all that you want to do. So I talked about why productizing your information or why turning your information into a product. And then I discussed that today information is becoming a commodity because information is just like something that everybody can have access to, like your tomato, like your pepper, that irrespective of your status, irrespective of your knowledge, irrespective of your qualification, on whatever thing that you have access to the information. If you really want to look for it, you will have access to it. So information is becoming just like any other commodity that you can find anywhere. And because it is becoming commodity, you cannot really rely on needs to solve your problem, especially when you're having hard time. So information is becoming commodity. And information only is not scalable. As a business owner, as an entrepreneur, as someone who wants to survive hard time, create freedom for yourself, create freedom for your family, freedom of time, financial freedom, freedom of relationship, then you should know that information alone might not be able to provide you all that because information only is not scalable. That getting the information only cannot take you to the next level, cannot make you give you all the things that you have in this world. Just like I said that we all have information. The information is commodity. Yet the same information that Mr. Babalola has the privilege of having access to is the same information that someone else may also have access to. But one, Mr. Babalola is succeeding, or someone else is actually not succeeding. It may not be failing, but it's not succeeding at that level. The reason is simple. The kind of information that you have differs, and how scalable is the information that you have also differs. So just having information alone cannot make you scale. So information alone is not scalable. And then information is not result. Just because you have read a book about how to become a billionaire does not really mean that you're going to become a billionaire. I've read books on how to become billionaires, how billionaires make their money, and so many books about billionaires, how to become billionaire. I am yet to become a billionaire because information alone is not result. Information alone cannot give you result. You cannot read a book on how to ride a car or how to drive a car or how to ride a bicycle. You have to get on the bicycle and learn how to ride it. And then you have to get behind the steering and learn how to drive a car. So having all the information on how to drive a car step by step cannot give you the result of becoming a good driver. Same thing applies to being riding bicycle. So information is not result, and that is what differentiates between information and a productized information. So today we are going to be looking at turning the information that you have to a product so that it can help somebody achieve the greater result. And in order for you to understand the difference between information and the information that gives results, you need to know that information becomes a product if it has a process or method designed toward solving a particular problem, just general principle. Everything that you read, every information that you gather, it's more or less like a general principle. Everybody has an idea of anything. And that is what is so make information common and being a commodity. I've never seen anywhere you go, people will always have an opinion on how to get things done based on their own experience, based on their own background or their own educational qualification or knowledge. You always have some form of information about how to get things done. But that does not really mean that making use of that information will help you get that thing done. You only get those things done when that information is turned into a process or a particular method that is in a step-by-step guide that eventually help you to get the result. So information alone cannot become a product. It becomes a product when it is processed, when it has a method. And that is why you must understand that people buy results, not information. Understand that Majority of us, in fact, almost every one of us are interested in ourselves. We are interested in what comes to us. We are interested in our success. We are interested in our growth. We are interested in our status. We are interested in what comes to us as an individual. Then you now understand that giving someone information alone, it is not what the person is actually looking for, because the person has a problem in his life, the person has a problem in his marriage, the person has a problem with his health, the person has a problem in other diverse areas of life, that he wants a result. And not just a result, an absolute result. So getting information is what the person or her the result, but it's not that information that that person really needs. What the person really wants is the result. Someone who is obese is not actually looking for information just because he's obese. He's looking for information that will help him slim down, that will help him or her lose weight. Someone who is finding it difficult to get spouse, or finding it difficult to ask a lady out or ask a lady for a date, is not just looking for any information. He's looking for a tested and a proven information that will help that person get that result that he's looking for. So people really want to buy results, not information in package or in program or in product or whatever area that you want to put your information. So you must get this first, that people only buy results. And the question I want to ask you is this: can you win an Olympic medal with information only? I've never seen anyone who has won Olympic medal with just going to Google or being to search for information about on how to win Olympic medal. I've never seen. I don't know if you have seen any who just go online, Google, and then get information on how to win Olympic medal, and eventually that person wins an Olympic medal, whether gold, silver, or bronze. I've never seen. If you have seen, please put it in the comments. Mention the name of the person and what information the person has gathered to win the Olympic medal. But as far as I know, I have not seen anyone just by putting together information, and the person is able to go to the Olympic medal, Olympic game, and then win a medal, irrespective of the event, whether track and field event, whether football, whether athletics, whether gymnastics, any kind of event. I've never seen. If you have seen anyone, please, I want to see it in the comment. I want to read it in the comment. I want to know, because nobody is an encyclopedia of knowledge. But as far as I am concerned, I've never seen. And because I've never seen, it means that 1,000, let's take it that way. If you have not seen anyone, that means that information alone is not enough. Because information alone will not give you the result. So as an individual, you must understand that information that will give you results, information that can be turned into a product, must have a process. Anybody who wants to go to Olympic and win a medal must be ready to have a process. And if the person does not have a process, then it becomes a challenge. And as an individual, you must know this if you really want to turn your information into a product. So I use an acronym called SWOT. Every information that must be turned into a product must follow this very simple acronym. The first thing is scalable. When your information is not scalable, when the information is not moving forward, then it becomes a problem. It has to be scalable. If information is not processed, you cannot scale it. If information is not processed, you cannot scale it, because just raw information cannot achieve any objective results. And it has to be able to be optimized. Every information that turns into a product needs to be optimized. Being optimized simply means that you can tweak it, you can look at it and say, okay, this is something that is wrong. Something is wrong here, and then we can tweak something into this one and move forward. But if it cannot be optimized, it means that you cannot change the status quo. You cannot change the way it is and make it a better form. And every information that turns into a product can be repeatable. For instance, the doctor can give you a particular medicine, can give you a particular drug because it has been processed into a product, and then it will cure a particular illness. For example, if you have headache or you have anything, that drug can easily cure that. And can do that for as many as possible who are suffering for almost the same symptoms or having almost the same symptoms. And that's exactly what information really is. If you understand that taking information from the angle of just information, turn it into a process and it becomes repeatable, then it is becoming a product. Because you can put the information together and eventually give it to someone, and the person will get the same result that you are getting as a result of putting the information together. And then the next thing is every information that turns into a product can be duplicated. If I put information together and I say that coming and follow this process A to Z to help you make X amount of money or XYZ amount of money, then if you use it and follow that step-by-step guide, it should make you money, even if you didn't get the exact amount that I say you will get, but at least it should give you an hope that you are getting a result. Not that it didn't give you anything at all. Sometimes a lot of us have a lot of information in our hard drive. We have so many information in our hard drive that it's just wasting, simply because we don't know how to put those information together to form a process and turn into a product. And that is why we will continue gathering information when you don't know how to turn that information into a process and put it into a pedagogical manner so that it can turn into a product to solve a specific problem. Because what is more important is using the information that you have got to solve a specific problem for people and helping them to get that result that they need. So you need to understand this, and this is what I put together, and I do this so that it can help me. And then you can always use the same thing. You can always use the same approach and say, okay, the information that I have, is it scalable? Can I optimize it? Is it repeatable? Can it be duplicated? If you put the process together, then and it's from this, then it's ready to become a product. And then how do you now make it become a product? The first and first is two words Kobe said in 7 book of highly effective people. And he said, start with the end in mind. Always start with the end in mind. All the information that you have, what is the end result of that information? And then the end in mind here is you need to start with quantifiable results. What is that kind of result that you want to help people to get? What is that kind of result that you want to help people to get? If you don't have a quantifiable result, you don't have a specific result that you want to help people to get, then you need to rethink about the information that you have. If all the information that you have cannot solve a specific problem, then that means you still need to gather other related information that will help you get that result. But when you know the result that you want to get, then getting the information, getting the content is always easier. So the first thing first is start with what is that quantifiable result that I want to help people get. Do I want people to help? Do I want to help people to make money? Do I want people to help people to lose weight? Do I want people to become a better version of themselves? Do I want people to leverage on the brand that they have so that they can sell more products? Do I want people to do this and that? Just start with that quantifiable result, a concrete one, not just a vague result. Something that is measurable, something that can follow the goal, the smart goals. Like, oh, if you follow this A to Z, you are likely to get this particular result. And once you can do that successfully, then it is time for you to start putting your process together. And I'm going to do this in a very simple way. The process I use in putting information together and turning it into a product. And that is one thing that you can easily do. The first process is discover. First thing first is At any time that you want a quantifiable result, you must ask yourself, who am I solving that problem for? Because everybody has a problem. Everybody wants to get a result. But it's not everybody that you want to solve the problem for. Not everybody that you want to solve a specific problem for. Because as a business owner or as an entrepreneur, you need to understand this first, that when your solution is for everybody, it's for no one. So you need to get it straight that this information that I am putting together, who is that information for? You need to discover that. And in discovering this, will help you to crystallize your message, to streamline your message, to know the exact people that you want to solve that problem for. So when you know your who, it is easier. Who do you want to solve the problem for? Single mother? Do you want to solve the problem for consultants? Do you want to solve that problem for startups? Do you want to solve the problem for business owner? Do you want to solve it for coaches and consultants? Do you want to solve it for people who are suffering from diabetes? You know, there are different people with different problems that they want to solve it for. So, putting your information together, you must know the kind of person that your information is going to solve the problem for. That is the first thing. Now, when you now know the people that you can solve the problem for, you need to now define the real problem, the real challenge, the real fears, the real pain that those people are actually trying to solve. Some people have some problems that they want to solve. Some people have frustrations in their life that they want to remove. Some people have some kind of disappointment that they want to move out. Maybe some people are facing divorce and then they want to get out of it. You know, all these problems needs to be outlined. You need to outline all the problems and see the kind of problem that you want to solve, kind of frustration. Or sometimes it could be an aspiration. Some people, it might not be a problem. It could be a challenge. Like they are in point A and they want to get to point B. Now, the essence of your information is to be processed and put together to make them move from point A and point B. Most times in my training, I call it arrival and destination framework. People want to move from a particular point and move into a particular destination. So you, as a person, you must ask yourself, this is the point where the who that I am targeting have. Maybe they are suffering from diabetes, or maybe they are suffering from one particular illness. Maybe they are looking for the soulmate, or they are looking for perfect relationship, or they are looking to start a business. That is the problem they want to solve. Now, the information that you want to put together, will you help someone who wants to start a business and doesn't know how, and give that person a step-by-step guide on get starting a problem, define the problem. And when you define the problem, you need to know whether the solution that you have created is actually a solution, because sometimes our solution might not be the solution to the real problem. Because sometimes some people have psychological problems, some people have internal problems, some people have the physical one that you can see. Sometimes some people may be suffering from psychological problem when it's also thinking that the problem is just like financial problem. So you need to first of all know the kind of solution that you have and test it with the people. Now, this is the way I do mine. When I'm trying to turn in information to a product, and I know the who, I know the problem that I'm solving, and I have created an outline of the problem, and then I want to provide the solution. I will create the who and tell them the problem and also ask them to come for solution. Now, at this point, I am not selling the product. At this point, I'm not selling the information. At this point, I want to give them the solution and see whether the solution is going to solve the problem for them. I'm not solving it for 100 people. I'm only solving it for maybe 2 or 3 or 4. That means I'm testing my solution. I'm testing everything that I've put together. And if eventually it works with one person, the person who wants to start a business follow my step-by-step guide and is able to start a business, that means my solution is actually validated. If it works for 2 persons, if it works for 3 people, that means my solution is actually validated. So you need to first of all test your solution with 2 or 3 people by giving them that information in a step-by-step manner, and then get feedback from them so that you can optimize the solution for a greater people or for quite number of people. Because what you are doing at this point now, you are creating the solution. You are involving them in the solution. In the process of taking them through your step-by-step guide, some questions will come, some issues will arise, and then you will now be able to add that into the solution that you are creating. And then sometimes they will also give you some suggestions and some feedback, and eventually your solution becomes robust. And that's exactly what you get the people the results, and then it will delight them. So it's very simple, but and you can do this even in 3, 4, 5 days, especially when you know the who and you know the problem. You can now say, I can solve this one from A to Z, and say, the first thing you need to do is to do this. For instance, if I'm teaching someone on how to start a business, the first thing I want to teach that person is mindset. I need to tell that person, teach that person about mindset, and teach that person what is called imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is this challenge that we always face as entrepreneurs, that we are not good enough. We are not really that good enough. So I want to work on the person's mindset to know that, you see, you can never be good enough for anything, but you just need to have that courage to start. We all suffer from imposter syndrome, but at the same time, you need to start. So then I will now ask that person to choose a niche, because 40% of the business that fail today fail because they choose the wrong market. So I want to ask the person, what is the kind of niche that he wants to go into? Now, you can see my first step, you can see my second step, and then when you discover your niche, I want to know the viability of the market, whether the market really exists, and the solution, and then I take that person through on how to start a business. And that is the way you want to arrange your information. So you want to arrange information from the mindset to niche to market to message to marketing, and eventually you get the result for the person. And then once your result is clear, once your result is good, you can automate it. For instance, you can put that information step by step once, turn it into a product, whether training, which I'm going to get to that, then it will just be automated, straightforward. And then once you automate it, it will be systematized. You can put it in system whereby you don't have to be there over and to do it over and over again. Just for instance, you create a course, you create a training package for team member on how to become a better team. Once you test it on a particular team and it's getting their results, and you put it in audio, you put it in video, it's already in system. Anytime, any day, all you have to do is to give that audio or video to people in that team to watch and see how to work with it. At that time, you are not doing all the hard labor, you are not doing all the training, you are not doing all the collating, you are just looking onto the system and see some spots on how to make it work. But you are putting information in step-by-step guide. And this is the way I actually structure my own information to turn it into a product. Now, turning it into a product can be in different form, and that's why I call it evolution of program creation. Now, when you are turning your information into a product, it will be the information that you already know. Maybe you put together, for example, you are a consultant, and you put information together on how to get things done. But at this point now, you cannot teach the person because, for example, you know how to design websites. You already gone through training and getting better and better with knowing how to design websites. That is information you acquiring, and then you want to turn it into a product. So your product can be done for you. Done for you is you can help someone to design a website, and then the result that the person is looking for is actually the website. Or maybe the person wants to sell a product online. Then you want to tell the person, you can sell a product online through different mediums. You can sell a product by having a website and a sales funnel, and also you can sell some products using maybe your social media, but you can do it for that person because you already have a step-by-step guide on getting it done. The second part is done with you. You can do it with the person. Maybe you want to transfer the knowledge from you to that person. This is what I do most of the time. Because done for you always takes more time. You cannot really serve a lot of people when you are doing done for you almost all the time, except on the high scale. Maybe I'm doing it for a company or organization. I can do done for you. But if you are doing it for a small business, you want to do done with you. So that give me one person, give me two people, and then I will train them. I will show them how to do it step by step, and then once they grab it, they are in for it. So I have transferred that knowledge. But what I am charging them for is the research that I've done in putting the information together in step-by-step manner. And then I can go ahead to also do one-on-one if I am working with icon or group, which is also very good. Like, for example, I work with schools on school enrollment, and then I don't do done for you, I don't do done with you, I do group. I tell the proprietor or the proprietress to turn their teachers to marketers. And then I now bring all the teachers together and teach them on how to become a marketer for the school. And that is the only time they can easily ask for higher money or higher salary or a better salary. But if the school is not increasing enrollment, they are not likely to make more money as a teacher. And then also, the same system that I've created, I use it for business owners. Even when I majorly focus on how to help people get clients, the same process that I've created that I use for consultant or coach, the same way that I use for schools. But the same thing can be tweaked to suit the people that you want to do it for, especially when you are using the good portion. But if you have already put that information together, you already know that information, you already know how it works, so it is easier for you. And then the next thing is online program. Online program is just like what we are doing today. This training is recorded. That every other training that Mr. Babalola has done, recorded. Those information together as it recorded and put it as a membership program where people now go through, and it becomes an online program, and it can keep charging for that same information because it's the information that can transform people's life. Look at every other speaker that have been in this training and the information that they have given us in a step-by-step way. It is transformational. It can change people's life. It can change people's mind. It can change people's career. And that is also a product on its own. And then also, mastermind is just like putting every other person that you have worked with or who wants to move higher into a mastermind. Put them together, just like Napoleon said in Think and Grow Rich, and said, when two minds come together, then miracle happens. That's exactly what happened in mastermind. When you have 5, 10 consultants, 5, 10 business owners, 5, 15 entrepreneurs in a place coming together and sharing ideas, miracle happens because you cannot really stop the flow of ideas that will serve as the turning point for your business. And that is the evolution of turning your information to your product. And how do you get this done? In 3 steps. The first thing is, at any time you are planning to create or turn information into a product, the first thing should be coming to your mind is, what is the name of that product? So every product must have a name. I've seen a lot of people having and knowing so much, but they don't have a product. And because they don't really understand how to put it together, the first thing first is, when you have a quantifiable result and you have your outline, give it a name. When you give it a name, serialize your content. Once you serialize your content is your module 1, your module 2, all the information put together in modules or in outlines. I use what I call 7x7 model. 7x7 model is, I have for every of the information that I do, I put it in 7 modules, 7 outlines. That's what I call 7x7 model. And then if you have seen my training over and over again, you always remember that, you always see that my training is always in 7 modules. That is module 1, module 2, module 3 to module 7. And then each of the module now has an outline. Sometimes the outline might not be up to 7, but I just try and say at maximum, my outline cannot be more than 7. So I call it 7x7 model. So that gives you your way to serialize. Then the last one is, you must put it in a package. You need to package your information before it turns to a product. So how do you name your product? First thing first is, you must know how to name a product. Naming a product is very easy. And the system or the strategy I use is called result-based name. Name your product in accordance with the result that you want people to get. For example, I give an instance of double your own dating. Maybe somebody has been finding it difficult to have more dates. Now, if you now have a product that calls double your dating, that means the person can have 10, 15 dates in a day, in a week.
I also, like me, I also name my own big money consulting program. That is, you want to make big money in consulting, then you can also get this product. So name your product according to your results. Then serialize your information. Put your information in series, applying it based on all the problems that you have identified. Solve each problem one after the other and serialize it. And the last one is you need to package your information. You need to put your information in a format. Put your information in a format. It could be in form of video, it could be in form of book, it could be in form of audio, it could be in form of websites, or anything that can easily be changed, because format, package can be changed, and then you must have a brand image, color that also distinguish your product, symbol that also distinguish your product.
Phone, where is my microphone? Okay, yes, I hope you are getting value tonight. Tonight is the full load or full package of how to productize your information, and I am super excited that our speaker is doing justice to this topic. Oh wow, what a wonderful one. Like he said, that the 10 days challenge resources that we shared can be productized. Yes, he just spoke our minds, because we are working on something very, very soon. And I just want to use this opportunity to quickly update you that between now and next week Tuesday, we're supposed to bring down the videos on Tuesday, but because we've not concluded this program, based on the challenges that we had with some of our speakers, and we know, we still have one more speaker that needs to come. Immediately we perfect that, then we are pulling down the videos and then productize it. Yes, we are productizing it. You're surprised. You don't have to be. So I want to appreciate all of you that are joining us on Facebook, on YouTube. God bless you. Thank you for being part of this live session. I can see your comments. Akindele Oluwatobiloba, and also Adetola Tutor. Thank you. So, yes, you can see that some of the things that I've been sharing with you on this platform are practical things that we gain from practical experience. Some of them we gained them from University of Hard Knocks. You can see that University of Hard Knocks. Some of these things that we're sharing with you cost us sleepless nights. Some of those things cost us, cost us money and time to read, to watch videos, to buy videos, research, and also now, process the information before we now implement. Test run it, and then now turn it to a product. And I want to encourage someone out there: don't always look for free things. A lot of us are members of free things association of whatever or freemium. We are always looking for premium. Please, when you are getting value from someone, look for that person's product or service and be part of it. Why? Because you will get more value for your money. You will one thing that it will do for you is that it will connect you with that person and also get more value. There are times I buy products or services or pay for some of this, some of these coaches or trainers. I pay for their trainings and stuff like that. Not that I actually need some of those trainings. What I do is that if I want to connect with you, I buy things from you. I sow into your ministry or whatever, or into your business. Then that link will now be open for me to network or communicate with you. So by the time I'm saying I want to host you on my platform, it will be on a platter of gold. You understand? So these are some of the strategies that the glory of God I have been using, and some of the things I'll be sharing in my program, the upcoming program, which is Brand Yourself to Travel the World at Little or No Capital. Is a program that people are already paying for it. You are still contemplating. Oh, I don't let me say I'll pity. I don't want to say that. Sorry for using that. But see, People are already subscribing for it. It is just 4,500 naira. It's a program that we're going to teach you the strategies and tools to brand yourself and also, use your brand to build your business and travel across the world. It will help you to travel at little capital or at no capital or at no fee. I'm telling you the fact. Telling you something that I've tried that is working for me. So it's a virtual inner circle program that's going to help you if you are ready, brand yourself and use that brand to build your business and then get booked on international platform, travel across the world. So you can be part of that program. Just chat me up or chat us up. Oh, I think we have Mr. Abiodun Babalola back. We don't know what actually happened, but I am sure that tonight nothing is going to disturb us. Nothing will stop us. You're welcome back, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
We are super excited that you are back. You see, we will definitely overcome this infrastructural challenge that we have in Nigeria. One day we'll definitely overcome it. Welcome.
We just keep having different issues. I don't even know what happened here.
Hey, yeah, sorry.
Well, we have to finish it today.
By God's grace, we are unstoppable. So, okay. Yes.
It's very important that we.
Very important. Very important.
Actually, I am almost.
Okay.
So, I just want to discuss what I call the kind of information that you need that you can put together as an individual.
Okay. Do you still have access to share your slide?
Yes, that's what I'm looking for now.
Okay.
I want to share my screen with you again.
All right. You're welcome. Very sorry, viewers. Please just give us some time, little time, and then we'll have our honorable guest speaker back live. And I am sure that you are getting value already. If you're getting value, destroy the chat box with value. I can see your comment to Tom. Adetola, Akitobiolo, yes, do not always look for value. Yeah. Do not always look for free things. That's what I mean. Do not always look for free things. If you want value, learn to invest in the life of either your mentor or those that you know that they have something to offer. Look for their product or services. Be part of them. Some of them you buy their product, you buy their books. Some of them you can pay for their courses. There are people that I admire that are even, that are just coming up. And I see some of the things that they are doing. I will just call them and say, okay, how much is your course I'm paying? And so at times I don't really need those courses, but I want to encourage that person and also, network, because I might have youth empowerment program for our ministry, and I won't be looking for a resource person. I'll just put a call through to him and say, oh, I saw, I want you to be on our platform. We would like you to be a blessing to us, and they will be glad. That's one of my secrets of getting people to speak on my platform. And some of them, not that, I've invested in their lives. It is that I've bought their program or I've also mentored them one way or the other. Like Oluwatobi Loba now will be our honorable guest speaker on our platform, on our personal branding platform, which is you can go to www.personalbrandingcollege.com and see what we have on that platform, on that website. Then now you see, he is an alumni of that program, of that college. And now he will be coming to teach or to share his story with the inner circle. The program is basically meant for a coaching client, a personal branding coaching client. So he will be sharing his experience, his story, success story with them. And you see, because one way or the other, I've invested in his life. So when I invite him, he will be part of it. Like Adetola Tutor is saying, she's saying something about, I don't know anything about branding, but when I got mentored by Chaplain Tayo Balogun, I understand it, and I'm doing super excited now. I'm super good now. So now, what do we mean? I can easily invite her and say, "Come, I would want you to be a blessing on our platform," and she'll be glad to do that. So always look for something to connect with people that have value. Thank you so much, Akindele Oluwatobiloba. Do not always look for free things. Pay for value. Pay for value. God bless you. Thank you. So tomorrow, let me quickly update you about my birthday that is coming up tomorrow. I hope to be online all through the day, but I have a spiritual assignment that I will be attending to at the early hour of the day. So I don't know. I hope to come up live tomorrow. I don't know when that will be. But before the close of tomorrow, I will see what I can do to come up live, and I'll be giving out some birthday gift. I'm looking at 2 people that will win that will win 2 slots for my virtual inner circle program, or tagged Build Your Personal Brand and Travel the World. Just 2 people. I'm picking 2 people tomorrow for that program. It's going to be 100% free. So, but if you don't fall into that category for tomorrow, then get ready to pay. And like I told you, people are already paying for the program. And also, by the time because we want to use this to test the result of what we are selling. I told you, I don't just sell information, I sell results from practical experience of what I've been doing. Some of you are following my true life story, and you see what I've gone through in the course of traveling the world. And I say, I want to travel out. I've taken so many risks traveling out, and I've never paid an agent, a travel agent before. No, I have never. And I've applied to United Kingdom, UK before for ACCA. I have as a student, yeah. I've applied to Australia, name it, virtually all the countries. Australia, New Zealand, Europe, America, Canada, different countries. Yeah. So I will be sharing those tips and strategies with you, alongside the tools to brand yourself, and be invited to speak, or to some of them that might not invite you to speak, and be invited to for holiday honorably. That they will say, "Oh, we are inviting you to for this summer, or during the winter, we would like to have your presence in America, in Canada, Australia." And I'll be sharing the strategies that I use with you in that my virtual inner circle program. I told you, by the time we do a test run and we have 2 social proofs, price will jump up to like 300%. And we already have our lines of products that we're going to package alongside that program. Then we have our social proof. So some of these things that Mr. Babalola is sharing with us are what we have already put in place for that program, and don't want you to miss it. Hey, I hope we can still have our speaker back tonight, but however, if we can't have him back, I am definitely sure that you've already gotten value from this session. Yeah, thank you so much, Adetola. I thank you for wishing me happy birthday. Yes. Thank you. And tomorrow I will come up live, and then going to give 2 scholarship to 2 people into my virtual inner circle program of Brand Yourself, Travel the World at little on capital. Mr. Richard, Pastor Agbola Richard, thank you so much for joining. Thank you. So please share this video with your friends and family members. Let them know that something is also coming up tomorrow, and that Mr. Babalola has dish out value. Thank you for the shared knowledge. Yes, thank you. May God reward you mightily. Appreciate you. Thank you for wishing me happy birthday. Let's paint the social media red tomorrow. Oh no, don't let us paint it red. Let's paint it blue and orange. That's my brand color. Blue and orange tomorrow. Let's paint the whole social media blue and orange tomorrow. and let's do it together to the glory of God. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. I'm saying amen to your prayer, Mr. Richard. Yes, yes. The good Lord shall continue to hold me and take me further in this great assignment. Amen. God bless you too. God bless you too. Yes, so you got value. You got value. I hope we can have a speaker back before we shut down tonight. But however, I know that. Don't forget. Let me repeat this. We are pulling down the videos very soon and productizing the video. And then if you don't watch them now, what to say? Okay, Mr. Abiodun Babalola, are you still there? Right. Oh, this is serious tonight. This is serious. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Like I told you, my virtual inner circle program is coming up where we are enrolling people, and once we hit our target, we open the program, and I will come back again. In fact, I'm going to host those that have results, and I'm sure that virtually all of them will have results. I'm going to host them on my platform, and I promise you that you will see. You see, I don't just sell information, sell results from practical experience. That is why I'm using this opportunity to invite you to be part of that movement now, because it's going to be a movement. A movement. Okay, Mr. Mr. Abiodun, sorry. I think we need to call it a day today, because I can see, I can understand what you're going through over there, technical wise. So let us allow you to relax for the day. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time. We appreciate you. I hope to bring you up again, because I know you are resourceful, you are loaded, and you cannot be loaded without being needed. So I want to pray for you, Mr. Babalola, that God will continue to bless you and use you mightily in the mighty name of Jesus. Also, for all our viewers, I pray that God will continue to bless you too, beyond your imaginations, in the mighty name of Jesus. So please don't forget, share this video, share it, connect someone to this platform, and let them also get value, just as you are getting value. So on this note, permit me to shut down. Okay, I think Mr. Abiodun is also trying to come up. All right. Let's see if we can have him back in the next 2 minutes. If he can connect in the next 2 minutes, then we'll be glad to do that. You see, these are some of the things we face in this part of the world. These are some of the things we face in this part of the world. However, we are not discouraged, because even the challenge is how to survive hard times. How to survive. No problem. I think Mr. Abiodun is working. He's trying to do some magics. Permit my words. So, okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Babalola. Oh, thank you. I can see that he's working tirelessly to see how he can come up live tonight. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. We are super excited to have someone like you who is thank you. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I just switched to my phone to see.
Yes, I can see that.
So that we can end the whole stuff today.
Yes.
We don't have to.
Thank you
to
so
continue.
much. Thank you so much.
All right. Now I actually switched to my phone.
Okay.
I know you can see my phone from.
Yes.
Anywhere you are. So, and that is the beauty of the internet. Now, I was talking about productizing your information, and I got to creating your package. You need to put the package
of the if you don't package your information, it becomes just like every other information. And then one good thing about this is you creating it in a form of format, and then as a branded image and branded symbol. Now, I'll give you an example. Look at Mr. Tayo Balogun information as regards personal branding. Even the website is specifically for personal branding college. That is where the packaging starts from. The format is there. The logo for the personal branding is there. The brand symbol that represents the personal brand. Let me explain what is called brand symbol. Brand symbol is in two formats. We have the brand image and the symbol. That is two things that has to do with your personal branding. And then the same thing applies to your package when it comes to turning your information into a product. You must have a simple logo that differentiates your product from every other product, and symbol in form of color and every other information that you know that will represent your package. For instance, if you look at Tayo Balogun branding as regards personal branding, do we see the element of the touch of the color that I'm using for this presentation? The first one is the red, the blue, and the yellow. And everything that he does as regards that course, that training, indicates that same color. So even if I have not taken the course, even if anyone has not taken the course, and I describe that course to someone, they can easily associate the symbol and the logo and the image and the format to it. So that's exactly what you want to do in your package. And then you now want to be certain, like, what kind of package am I using? Is it coming in form of video alone? Is it coming in form of live streaming? Is it coming in form of audio? Is it coming in form of a book? Because information is also can be packaged in form of a book that solves specific results. That is why, so you see some books we sell, some books will become bestseller, some books will not become bestseller. If you see some books that become bestseller, you will discover that they are books that are written in form of result-oriented. I can mention so many books that the information are not just principles. They are step-by-step guide on how to get a particular result that will give you something. So it's not a general principle. Some of those books become bestseller. The same thing should apply to you. When you are creating and turning your information into a product, you must be thinking in terms of that result. And then every of the information that you are putting together must also align with it. And that will take me to 7 product idea that you can easily use to turn your information into a product. The first one is audiobooks. Audiobooks has more value or more perceived value than just ordinary book. So what you want to do is, before you create a book, you can create audiobook. In fact, I teach what is called reverse engineering in product creation. And I'll just explain reverse engineering in a very simple way. The normal thing that people do is that if they want to write book, they start writing book. They write the content, they write this. And in fact, I've given people ideas on how to write books. And I've not written one except ebooks. I've not written any hardcover book. I've written ebooks. And how do you go about writing books without stressing yourself? Is through creating continuous audio content and continuous video content. When you keep creating video content and audio content, you can easily give your video content and audio content to someone else to help you transcribe and it to form a book. Just 30 minutes or 45 minutes, even let's even say 3 hours video training
will give you a volume of a book. Now imagine if you want to turn this challenge into a book, do you know how voluminous that will become? And that is the advantage. So in the reverse engineering process, this is what I teach and this is what I do. Instead of creating a book, use the audio app on your phone to do recording of anything that comes to your mind. Use this to the video to do anything that comes to your mind. And then turn that audio into text. You will see the volume of the information that you must have produced by just talking, by just sharing your life experience, by sharing your deep thoughts or some things that are going on in your mind, or things that you have just learned, or the training that you have not just attended, or the application of your information or the knowledge that you have had that you are just applying, and see the volume of information, the volume of content that you are going to produce. Then the other form of turning your information into product is to conduct interviews. When you know how to ask the right questions, and then you put experts together, you can create massive information that is result-based. For example, you want to ask people how they make their first million. For example, you put 10 or 20 people and tell them you want to do an interview for them. And basically, you have done your research and know that each one of them has made ₦1 million. And then you want to teach people on how to make their first million. And you do interview to those set of people and ask them, how did they make their first million? Although, if they are politicians, they might not be able to know how to make their first million. On lighter note, as a Nigerian. But a business owner.
That is funny, man.
A business owner in Nigeria will know how he makes his first million. And average politicians in Nigeria don't even know how they make their first million. I've done it, so I know what I'm talking about. An average politician in Nigeria does not even know how to make their money. When you ask them how they make their money, their real money, they just say, well, with luck and grace of God, everything is fine. It's a lie. It's a lie. They just hide under the shadow of grace and luck. They do most things that they cannot really explain to you. But Mr. Taiwo Balogun can tell you how he makes his first million.
Yes, so
how he makes his second million.
hey.
That is the kind of person you want to do the interview for. And he will tell you
from the University of Hard Knock.
And he has the challenge that he has made, that he has even lost the millions. And how he makes it back.
Yes.
Most of the people, the reason why people want to remain in power today is because they know that when they lose that money, they cannot make it back if they are not in power. That is the reason why they remain in power. A businessman who knows how he makes his first million, if he eventually loses that million, he can make it back. Let me just give you a tip. I've lost more than 25 to 30 million naira in business. In fact, in the last 3 years, I lost close to 7.5 million. In fact, during COVID, I lost 7.5 million.
Wow.
In just last 1 year, 7.5 million. But I know the decision that I made that got to me, to the loss of that money. And because I have now reviewed it, I know some of the mistakes that I made that led to losing that money. I can make it back because I know what I have done that makes me the money. And I know what I have done that led to losing the money. So I can really go back and start the process of it again and make the money. But somebody who embezzles money may not see that loophole again to take advantage of again forever. And so if you squander the money, you cannot make it. So what I'm saying here in essence is, if you want to do interview, make sure that you conduct interview with someone who makes that money genuinely and they can show you the process. And that is a product on its own. I have bought a product that talks about how to make your first $1 million, which I've not even made. But every person that I listen to has made $1 million. In fact, I bought a book on how to make your first $1 million in creating digital products. Do you understand what I'm saying? I've not made $1 million in digital products. But you cannot make $1 million until you make your first $1,000 until you make your first dollar. Until you make your first $5,000 comes easier like that. When you make your first $100,000, your $1 million is easier. So, and the third product that I want to give you tip is public domain. There are some books that are already in public domain that you can recycle, that you can reprocess. If you cannot sit down and say you want to create your own, you want to turn your own information into a digital product, just go to Google and type public domain content or public domain book. You see some of those books that have been written over the years that you can republish. Now, the idea is you are not going to republish that book. But what you want to do is look at any of those books that has not been published as an audio book. Then get a software called Audacity and download the book. Read the book as it is. Use your own intonation and your read it. Don't use software in Bowman intonation. Use our own local intonation because it gives you the originality, and then you can lay ownership to that book. Of course, it's not the raw, it is the public domain book that anybody can publish, and then you now turn it into audio program. Then you can start a virtual summit. Virtual summit has become a very good way to create a digital product that is result-based, turning information to result-based. Bring experts together and bring them to Facebook, just like Abiodun Babalola has done. This is a virtual summit. And this product that you are seeing, this information that everybody is doing, if product is streamed and then they remove all the relevancies in the product, it's $1,000 product. It's just that the majority of us don't understand. It is $1,000 product. We have attended trainings put together with Abiodun Babalola that cost $1,999. That's almost $1,000. And the same information that we acquired over there is actually almost the information that the majority of you are getting for free from him. But he will not tell you how much he has spent to acquire this information. He will not tell you because nobody cares about how much he has spent. All people care about is how much that information can transform his life. And that's exactly what he's also doing. So copy what he's doing because what he's doing will actually give you results. Virtual summits, do your own. Be specific about the area that you want to target so that you can know the kind of people that you want to give that information to and the kind of people that you want to bring on board. Then, like what I do, compile your videos into a book. I just gave my masterclass series to someone to watch over and over again and extract a book out of it. That's very simple. If you create training for, let's say you just say, okay, you want to give yourself 10 days and create every day 1 hour training. That's 10 hours training. That 10 hours training, you can put it in a book and then the book becomes a bestseller if you really know how to go about it. Then you can start a newsletter and then you can start a membership site. Now, starting a membership site does not mean that you should start from creating a very bogus membership site. Start from Facebook group. You can start a membership site from your Facebook group. Just make sure that it's a private group whereby you can now put your information that can solve a specific problem, that can give a specific result. You can see that I always emphasize results. Result is what people are looking for. And if, no matter how voluminous your information is, if it does not give result, it is useless. That is the truth. So you must always be thinking about your information in form of results. And this new information that I have, give this specific result. If your answer is no, discard that information. That's why you have a lot of information that are useless. So I guess by now you already have an idea of how to turn all your information to the product.
Wow.
And it can be in the form of so many products. Now, let me give you an instance, like something that I gave, an idea I gave someone that was actually working with me. It's into educational training and then he has so many information. So I told him, no, all this information is useless. Turn into a product, and he asked me, how do I turn into a product? Pick a specific information out of it. And he said, okay, I know how to help teacher to digitalize their classroom. I said, fantastic. Now put information together on how to digitalize your classroom for teachers and schools. And he put all that information together. He already has who his database, has teachers in his database. I asked him to promote it to teachers, which he did. And then he has about 5 or 10 people registered. So he conducted that training via tape, which everybody said, oh, this information is good. Some of them said that they will introduce him to their school so that he can come and teach the proprietors and then introduce to their proprietors. I said, once you can get this feedback, all you have to do is start selling the information fast before it becomes a commodity, because you already give it out to 5 people. Those 5 people, if they know what they are doing, you can put your information together and start selling it. That is what people do to majority of our information. I know majority of the information that the Abiodun has created that is already out there that people will just duplicate, remove all the content, and they start selling. But instead, I said, buy a flash drive, do a customized flash drive. Make sure you buy a flash drive that has no anything on it. Then give it to someone to print on it, digital tutor or digitalized tutor. Then put that information on it and sell for as low as 5,000 naira, because people already know that flash drive is about 2,000 or 3,500. And you are putting information about, I think it's about 10 gig or 15 gig inside or there are about maybe like 5 to 10 gig on that flash drive. So you are selling that information for extra 5,000 plus your 5 and the cost for the flash drive. That's about 8,500. Then have your shipping 1,500. That's 10,000. And today he has sold more than 15. Wow. As of today, the last time he told me, he said he sold 10, and after then he said he has sold 1 or 2. Let's even say he has sold 10, and he sold one for 10K. That means in the last 1 month he has raised about 100,000 from just information that he has got in his laptop that he's not doing anything with, and it does not stop him from the kind of work that he does. He still teach in his own school. He's still a teacher, and he has converted that information into a product, and he has made extra 100,000 naira from it. Salary is less than 75. I think salary is about 50K, and he has made double of his salary by converting the information into a product. And nobody knows if he intensifies his effort in marketing, he can as well sell more than 20, 30, even 100 of it before the end of the year. And that means that he's on his way to his first million by converting that information that he has on the system into a product. So after this training, I want you to start scouting around and see the information that you have, the existing information that you already have, and see how you can turn that information into a result base so that people can benefit from it. And because we always have this scarcity mentality, that's why we keep all this information.
Wow.
When you know that the information that you have on your laptop can change lives of people and transform life, why are you hiding it? Please don't hide it. Put it in a product and make it available for people. People will handsomely pay for anything that will give them results, anything that will change their life. Thank you very much for being
Wow.
Not minding everything that has happened so far. God bless you all.
Wow, thank you so much. This is awesome. I am super excited tonight for hosting Mr. Abiodun Babalola. We've been together for over a decade though. He's one of my Forex mentors or guys, Also.
No, we read your articles and we know what it is.
So I want to appreciate you so much. God bless you. Thank you. In fact, you need to guenshi in Ninumi tonight. You need to see how happy I am tonight. Thank you for dishing out this content. And I believe for those that are watching and those that watch the replay, you have gotten something that I believe is going to ignite or spark something in you. He just shared a story with us of a person or a teacher who digitalize his product. See, you can never underestimate the power of information product. So thank you, Mr. Abiodun Babalola, for your selfless service and also for being a blessing to us. We pray that God will bless you in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
And like
Amen.
I used to
you
say,
for giving us the opportunity.
amen. So we would like to have your how can we have your get in contact with you if anybody wants to need your service, your advice, your
Yes, and I can leave my information on the comment,
okay.
and
Okay.
also you can reach me my Facebook at Madel Wealth. My LinkedIn is Abiodun Babalola. My Instagram is Abiodun_Babalola. That's my handle, and I can leave all that in the comments so that you
Okay,
can
sir.
see.
Thank you so much. We'll be glad to do that. We'll be glad to read your comment contact. God bless you. Detola, I can see that you really enjoyed yourself tonight. You gain knowledge. Yes, scarcity is only real when demand is higher than supply. God bless you. Thank you so much. So on this note, we are drawing the curtain and hope to bring on board again Ambassador Lillian Ijeoma Idowu. She took us on digital transformation but couldn't complete her session. I hope to bring her up again. So please work with some of this information that we shared with you. Like Mr. Babalola just told you that we are paying for products or for programs or trainings. I have while I was coming from US, I have about 400 gig of video tutorials that I am digesting, watching now. Gradually, I'm watching them. They are video tutorials and books also. Look at, if I show you one of the books I'm reading now is this guy's book, Billy Graham. You know, the leadership secret of Billy Graham. Two guys put it together. I'm reading that. I'm also reading this book. I'm reading God's Best for living in God's best. I'm also reading, look at that. This one I'm eating it gradually, little by little. I eat and I develop products. Expert secrets. A lot of books. I have books around me, both under my table, in front of me, in another. So please, don't joke with your life because let me pray for you. Father, we thank you for this session. We thank you for the life of your son that a big blessing to us, and the life of everyone that participated and also watched the replay. God, I pray that you help us to be the best that you have created us to be. In Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you so much. God bless you. You have a wonderful night. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
All right.